Nicki Minaj, you can save 15% or more if you just simply divorce Kenneth Petty. All of these lawsuits are coming for your coins and your house. Pay up, sister.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck
on. What's going on, you all? We got to talk about Nicki Minaj and all of her lawsuits and just debt. I have told you all before that it's not looking good for her finances. There have been rumors that the tour that she did last year or whenever that was, the Pink Friday 2 tour, was just to pay off debt. People have talked about that. The Barbs are pressed and upset because they think that their fave is still in 2012, 2014, and it's not. And even if we go back a couple years ago before she even married Kenneth Petty, Kenneth Petty is causing her this $500,000 lawsuit, which brought the conversation about her house being lost because a lawsuit from a former security guard that was working with Nicki Minaj while she was in Germany sued her and won. She did not respond to the lawsuit. They were trying to serve her papers. She wasn't opening the door. She wasn't interested in even looking at it. So the judge ruled in the plaintiff's favor, and he was awarded $500,000. And he's arguing that, hey, if Nicki Minaj sells her house, she'll be able to pay me off. The writing has been on the wall for a minute, if we're being quite honest. I mean, sister was on TikTok selling press-on nails. She was selling Shoe Carnival sneakers. Times are bad. Big brands and big companies do not want to be tied with Nicki Minaj right now. Not while she's on Twitter having tirades about Jay-Z, whose brand is solid right now. His brand right now is so solid that he's able to invite Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner to sit next to him and his wife. So I get some of the things that Nicki Minaj has said about the shady business practices that labels have done. For Nicki Minaj to talk about the exploitation that happens in the industry, sister, you need to call yourself to the carpet because you were trying to do the same thing to Ice Spice. Like, you were trying to get Ice Spice to sign on, and when she told you no, you fell out with her. This has not been the best week for Nicki Minaj. It's one thing for you to be going off on Twitter. It's another thing when US Weekly is writing about your finances and lawsuits that you are losing because you're not even acknowledging them. If you had any type of brain, you would have been hiring a lawyer to defend yourself, but you just ignored it. Like, girl, you act like Capital One calling you or something. You're just going to continue to ignore it until it's in default. Like, what's going on? You're too big for that. And for Variety to write a piece about you, naming that you attach D'Angelo's passing to your grievance with Jay-Z, is sick. Like, it's one thing for this stuff to just exist on Twitter. Variety is writing it up in a full piece that people are seeing. And it's official. So for people who do not know, Nicki Minaj tweeted this the other day. Anytime C Nation's in the news for something they don't want you to know, a few things will happen. Will Smith will appear. A famous person is announced dead. Their allies will begin to post, say nasty things about the queen. Lace Z will pop up looking dumb. Lace Z is fun. I'm not going to hold you. To bring up D'Angelo's passing for this out of world mindset that you have that everybody's against you lets me know a lot of things about what's going on over in your house, because you have lost the plot. And the plot that you need to be finding is the one that has your career. Your career is being buried and you are with the shovel. Like, you hold the shovel and you're digging your own grave. Like, it's really sad to see. I know that we keep saying this every other week, but we have to be honest about this constant stuff that Nicki Minaj is doing. Earlier this week, she made some accusations of one of her former stylists stealing from her. She posted some screenshots of thousands of dollars that were charged on the American Express card. This is a week after Cardi B named it in a tweet that your husband, Kenneth Petty, is sedating you and allegedly running your card number up. For me and my little knowledge of American Express and everybody else talking about it, American Express is the last company that you want to play with like that. Like, they do not play. They will stop your car immediately if they recognize something that doesn't seem right. So Tasha K, being the mouthpiece for Nicki Minaj, named this stylist as the one who was responsible, allegedly, for messing with Nicki Minaj's finances and coins. And apparently, from Tasha K's screenshot, she said that Nicki Minaj gave her this information, directly DM'd her via Instagram. And Tasha K received a cease and desist from this person. If I was the stylist, I would be serious about my brand too. Like, this man has worked with Mariah Carey. He has worked with other well-known celebrities over the years. I would not be playing with these type of games. Like, you're not going to mess up my image. And it's gotten so bad now that you can tell that Nicki Minaj is like trying to figure out who is out here spilling her tea. She's questioning everybody, like, how does Cardi B know these things? Like, what is going on? Instead of the man that is sleeping right next to you or wherever he's sleeping at. Now it seems as though Nicki Minaj has unfollowed her longtime hairstylist, Arrogant Tay. And Arrogant Tay just got approached by the Barbs like a week or two ago about him needing to make sure that he's available come when her album releases.
You need to make sure 326, that my mother look old. No, for real.
And he kind of laughed it off a little bit because they pulled up to him, which was very weird, at a random restaurant. Like, y'all are not okay. And shortly, a couple of days after that, Nicki Minaj unfollowed him on Instagram. And now Eric Tay has shared a post on Instagram saying that he does not talk about anybody's kids. I can't post what he said because he was going off, but he said he's not one of those regular homosexual. He does not gossip. He does not talk about folks' kids. He do not play them type of games. Do not play with his name like that. He went off. And I really can't blame him because the Barbs are holding everybody accountable on social media but Nicki Minaj. They're blaming everybody else. It's this stylist's fault. It's Arrogant Tay's fault. Like, were you the one out here leaking her stuff? Like, no, none of these folks are doing this. Nicki Minaj does not even have to have a mole or a leaker. She's ruining her image before these things even happen. Like, this is y'all fave out here tagging Jay-Z every other week, mad at him about something that you need to be trying to prove in the court of law. You need to hire a lawyer. I wonder how long it's going to be before she unfollows Natalie Nunn, because while promoting her press-on nails in the video, Natalie Nunn was singing Cardi B's song.
Oh, these ones are cute too. Hold the fuck up. I'm not even funny right now. Look at this one. Oh, what? Hello, it's me. Sorry, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not even being funny. I really am not. I'm saying.
Like, you cannot make this up. Like, this is very goofy behavior, and it's all Nicki's fault. Like, it's all Nicki's fault. It's really bad to see that this woman who was the reigning queen of rap, female rap, for so long has went downhill so fast. But if you've been paying attention, you would have noticed that it's been going on like that for years. I was having a conversation with a friend of what it would have looked like had Nicki Minaj embraced Cardi B and not been shaded to her, and they worked together. I think it would have been a situation similar to what has happened in the past, where, hey, we think that this is your rival. What you think about that? What Janet Jackson was questioned about with Mariah Carey being signed to her label back in the day. How do you feel about her? And Janet Jackson responded and said, I embrace her. I love her. What's the tea? Like, Nicki, you fell for the bait. There's always going to be a new one. If we know anything about desire and the way the world works, it's always going to be a new one. It'll be a new one after Cardi and so on and so forth. Like, you got to be careful. Be careful who you laugh and joke with, because you might find yourself in the same situation. That's just the way the industry works. Because you were making fun of Lil' Kim, and the nerve of the Barbs, Nicki Minaj fans, to act as though they care about black folks being called roaches and monkeys and all these things, when Nicki Minaj called Lil' Kim a monkey, called her bubbles. All of y'all are anti-black. All of y'all are colorists. All of y'all are texturists. All of y'all are so thirsty to have this specific hair texture or this specific look that is less black. So none of y'all are fooling us. At least not me. It's not tricky for me. In the words of Mark Lamont Hill, it's regular words that are tricky to you. And none of this is tricky to me. None of this shocks me. No one who has as much access and money as Nicki Minaj is letting a lawsuit like that just go away. You hire lawyers to work on that. Like, you're moving like somebody who is avoiding the debt collectors or the repo man, which tell me that your finances, because you're not scared of losing something. You must ain't got much to lose. You playing around and you need to be taking care of this. It's looking very trash, for lack of better words. So yeah, and the nerve that Barb's getting into it with homegirl on TikTok talking about that Nicki Minaj is not broke. Yeah, she ain't broke like regular folks, but she is having money issues, and it's clear as day. That's all my thoughts. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.